This is the plaintiff, Susan Howard. She says she's known the defendant since elementary school, and never in a million years did she think he'd cheat her out of money. Just goes to show you never really know someone. While she does know one thing, she'll never trust him again, and is suing him for $596.90, the cost of unpaid plane tickets to their 48th high school reunion. This is the defendant, Jonathan Thierman. He says he was forced to leave the reunion early because the plaintiff shot her mouth off, embarrassing him terribly. Seems the woman has a temper problem because she made a whole big scene at the airport and was almost arrested. Bottom line, he owes her nothing, and that's just what she's gonna get. He's accused of letting a classmate down. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $222.69, the cost of a hotel room, cab fare, and an unused reunion dinner.
Susan Howard, you are suing Jonathan Thierman?
Thierman, yes.
Thierman, for $596.90 that you say he owes you, $200 of that in emotional distress, and $396.90 for an airplane ticket that you bought for him. You have a counterclaim against her for the cost of your hotel room, cab fare, and a reunion dinner you did not get to enjoy because the two of you had an argument. Okie dokie. Ms. Howard, tell me what happened.
How do you do, Your Honor? We had been told of a class reunion about a year ago.
And this was which year?
No.
Yes, because that's what makes it so special and so sad.
This was a 48th, actually.
48th?
High school reunion.
That's something.
Amazing, isn't it?
Right. Where was the high school?
The high school was actually in Dobbs Ferry, New York, but we were flying to Sedona, Arizona, because that's where the people who organized the reunion were living, and we thought we'd go do a Western reunion.
Wow. Okay.
So we, Jonathan contacted me from the beginning when we knew about the reunion.
And you two had stayed friends all these years?
No, it was a reconnection. We had.
But a reconnection from a few years ago?
From
10 years, 20 years, a reconnection from 48 years ago?
30 years ago, I would say.
Really?
I think we had seen,
How?
seen each other.
Oh, you say Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook?
No.
How?
No, they gave us contact information for everybody.
All right, so he calls you. You haven't talked to him in 30 years, but I guess the two of you were friends because you stayed close for 18 years.
Oh, well, I wouldn't. We're acquaintances.
Why did he call you? Did you date?
I think he liked me back in school.
Did you ever date?
Not to my recollection.
How much of your recollection is a black hole? A lot of it?
No.
Okay, so you didn't date. All right, so go on. He calls you.
Yeah, we got together about 2 times prior to the reunion. We talked about it. I was feeling reluctant about going alone, and I thought it'd be nice if we, hooked up as flying partners to go to the reunion.
Were you going to stay in the same hotel room?
We actually were. We were just trying to save money, and with 2 king-size beds or queen-size beds separately, but
no
together.
hanky-panky?
No.
Okay, so go ahead.
So I wanted to go, and I put it on my credit card.
Well, why did you pay for his ticket?
I required first an IOU from him, which I do have.
No, but I'm saying, okay, if he wants to, why were you willing to pay?
So we could fly together, and I could put the tickets in together.
Did you really care if you flew alone?
I kind of did. I just was kind of feeling sensitive over the years. I hadn't been with anybody for a while, and I just didn't, I knew that most of the people were married there, and I really felt...
Okay, so you just didn't want to be odd man out over there?
I didn't.
Okay.
I really didn't.
All right, so now you take off to the reunion, and what happens according to you?
We ended up in Phoenix, having missed a train to get us to Flagstaff, where we were going to find a way to get to Sedona. He refused to, because the hotel offered him a free night there and couldn't get us out to Flagstaff.
The hotel or the airlines?
The airlines
offered you a free night because the missing of the connection?
Because of the missing of the connection.
And that wasn't your fault, it was their fault, the missing of the connection?
It wasn't our fault, no.
Okay, so they offer you a free hotel room if you want to stay there that night, but you didn't want to?
I didn't want to. I wanted to get to my destination and get, comfortable and be there.
And so getting to your destination was going to cost how much more?
About $60.
Split?
No, I said to John, I'm taking the shuttle directly to Sedona. We were going
So it would cost him $60.
Exactly, and I said, I'm not paying for you.
And then he said,
And he said, no, I'm going to stay for free in the hotel.
okay.
So I took the shuttle, and then he, I probably spoke up to the people at the airline and said I was upset about the situation.
What do you mean you probably spoke up?
Well, the plane was still on the ground.
Did you yell at the airlines?
No, I don't think I
did
didn't
he
raise
think
my
you were rude
voice,
to the
but I'm a
airline?
60s girl.
You're a 60s girl, so you yell?
I have language. No, I have language in my repertoire.
You have language in your repertoire? Okay, and so he was embarrassed or something? Is that what happened?
I think he was being very rude to me, and I brought to his attention that, hello, I paid for the tickets, and you're getting in my face right now about this situation. And,
all right.
So I took the shuttle.
So now, when do you see the defendant again?
I didn't see him again till
Sedona.
Friday, Sedona.
All right, and how do you see him?
He's down in the lounge area of the hotel.
Yeah, but no, wait. The plan is he's going to stay in your hotel room. So he gets to the hotel, and is he told by the staff something?
The people who were in charge of the reunion asked if they knew the situation with me, and I
what
was
situation?
With him and myself.
That you'd had a fight?
Well, I had put this on my...
Well, I'm going to ask him in a second if you don't just come out with it. I want to know, the people from the reunion knew that you had forwarded him the money and that you had put it on your credit card?
Yes, they did.
So did you tell everybody at the reunion that you had a fight with him?
No, not that way. I think that the people in charge of the reunion knew that I was upset about the situation, and they went down to talk to, they said, well, let's go down and talk to John. They found out that he refused to give a credit card to the hotel for the next days that we were supposed to stay there.
Because now you'd made the decision that he was paying for his own hotel room.
I did. I paid for mine.
Okay, he ended up leaving on Saturday. He didn't go to the reunion dinner, and he never paid you for the airfare, correct?
Thank you, yes.
Talk to me. What's going on?
Okay, well, first of all, the incident in Phoenix, it wasn't really a problem, in my opinion, okay, because they had just closed the door. And I think she kind of embarrassed me because she said that the stewardess on the first plane had guaranteed that she was going to make it, and I knew that hadn't taken place. So when I saw that she got too enraged, I just went to make a simple comment to calm her down, which I thought was kind of my responsibility as a companion. Or
what did you say?
Calm down, something like that.
All right, stop. Stop right there. Have you ever been married?
Yeah.
How many times?
3.
Okay. If there's anything you should have learned after 3 marriages, so what do you never tell an angry woman? Ever. What words may never be uttered from your mouth to an angry woman? Pay attention.
So are high school reunions kind of inherently weird?
I'd say they were, because everyone's pretending to be more rich and more happy than.
Oh God, is that the truth? Is that the truth? And it's like women will starve themselves for 2 months before.
That's true, probably.
I mean, is anybody go to one? Anybody here go to one? Oh my God, this is the smartest group of people I've ever seen in my life. Not that I don't love my high school, but it's just a weird situation going inside the courtroom.
What are the words?
It must be calm down.
Yes, indeedy. I'm going to tell you that as a woman who occasionally gets angry. Never, ever tell an angry woman, calm down. Even though you really may want her to calm down because she's humiliating you by being abusive to the airline staff, just never say it. It's like for a survival technique I'm giving you. Never tell an angry woman, calm down. So where you say calm down, and then she loses it, right?
Yeah, and also she went into a kind of a tirade against me.
Did she mention she paid for your ticket?
Yes, especially, and then, but most important that I considered was the fact that she said, I own this ticket, and then we started talking about the next day's boarding pass, and she said, by all rights, I shouldn't give this to you. That's what really frightened me.
Were you worried she would cancel your ticket?
Yeah.
Okay. Why should you be able to not pay for the rest of your airline ticket?
Well, I thought it was kind of a breach of contract because...
what part of the contract did she breach? That she's disagreeable and not fun to be with? Because here's the thing. I know that sounds sarcastic, but it's really the essence of all of this. You two don't know each other very well. okay? You've been through a lot of life, you've been through a lot of ups and downs, and you're different people. And when you decide that you're going to travel with somebody, you're traveling with that somebody, not your version of that somebody. So if you don't know them well, you don't know that they're going to be a humiliating screamer in your book, then you just don't know they're a humiliating screamer. If it turns out that it was like a bad idea for you to spend so much time together, then it turns out it was a bad idea for you to spend so much time together. I understand why you left early, but how could it possibly mean that you don't have to pay for the rest of the airline ticket?
What good did it do for her to be telling everybody or telling these other classmates?
And I understand, it's classless. I agree with you. If I loan somebody money and I have a promissory note to that effect, that is between that person and me. It turned out to be a very bad idea to accept her generous offer of fronting you the money because she acted like a jerk by flaunting it in front of everybody and taunting you. Okay? I understand that. And that's your version. Your version is you didn't do that, but quite frankly, your version is you did do that. Because you told me how you talked about the staff because you were so upset, and you told everybody, you shouldn't be telling anybody anything about that. You shouldn't be telling him, I paid for this ticket. I paid for these tickets, so you shouldn't make me look bad. That's silly. That's just petulant and child. No. It's not an invitation for you to respond. I'm actually telling you something, not asking you something. It's petulant, it's childish, and it's embarrassing for the people around you. Having said all that, what does that have to do with paying for the rest of the ticket? You have a counterclaim against her for $64 for the cab fare. Why? Because you decided you wanted to leave, and then the amount that you want rebated to you because you missed a delicious dinner. Probably not. Probably not. I've been to enough rubber chicken dinners to know that probably not. But you missed the reunion. Now, you didn't miss the reunion. You chose to miss the reunion, and that is fine. You are free and American. You can do whatever you want, but how does that mean she has to pay that part? Why would you not only not get to pay for your airline ticket, but also force her to pay for it, for any expenses you had in order to be equally petulant by leaving instead of making the best of your weekend? The answer to that is no.
Is that
on your
question?
counterclaim, $0. On your claim against him, $200 for emotional distress. Are you serious? Okay, no.
Yes.
However, the $396.90, verdict for the plaintiff.
Well, Judge Miliano's ruled for the plaintiff here. Come on over here, the defendant on the losing end of this case. Step up a little bit, sir. What's your feeling about the outcome of this case right here?
Oh, well, I helped so much that I wasn't compensated at all for all the help that I gave to the lady.
How long have you known the plaintiff?
Oh, since the 4th grade, since we were 8 years old. So
8 years old.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's a long, long, long friendship. Is she still your friend?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Sure. All right. Good luck. Good luck at the next reunion.
Okay.
Head right down there. All right. Come on up here. What's your feeling here? No $200 for pain and suffering, but what about the rest?
Well, I got a little insulted up there. It wasn't exactly
what
how
insulted
things went
you?
down. Well, that I had lost my cool, and
Well, you said you're a gal of the 60s. You got a little language going on.
I was true. I was honest about that. I've been trying to get this ticket money back for quite some time, so I was pleased with that. But there
aren't many friendships, or even.
No, this is not a friendship.
What is it? What do you call
Nothing. It was somebody who contacted me.
You've known him since elementary school, right?
Well, but we haven't seen each other in all that time.
So you don't care if
No.
All right.
I'm
Harvey?
sorry. I did.
Okay, 2 things. To break a contract, you have to really prove that the other party made it impossible for you to get the benefit of the bargain. The second thing I want to say is a reference to what I just said a minute ago. The fact is, I loved Cleveland High School in Reseda. It was one of my favorite times of my life. I love the people at Cleveland High School, and I want to make that clear. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.